Before you throw away another pill bottle, you need to see this. Today I am turning ordinary pill bottles into elegant luxury home decor that looks anything but cheap. And trust me, you are not going to believe how these turn out. Hi, I'm Loli. Let's create something beautiful and find a little joy along the way. This project is so simple yet so impactful. We're going to use 2 of those cat food tins from my cat, Chloe, and 2 of these pill bottles as well. I removed the stickers off of the pill bottles, and we are going to use this gadget right here. My friend Maria, one of my most faithful subscribers, had asked me to show how to use this machine. I got this from Temu, and the first thing that I did here, I am going to adjust this bar here so I'm able to cut off the top section of the pill bottle. So I'm measuring there exactly how much I need, and then I'm putting that bar right against the top section of that cap, and then I'm going to tighten up both sides, making sure that the bar is on the same measuring line in both the ends. And I also adjusted the plastic piece right there. This has no guards, so here you have to be very careful. If I can write to the manufacturer, I will say for safety reasons, you should probably put some kind of guard here that will lift as you're doing this, or something to push this with. They do have that little metal piece right here on the side that has like that, I can't remember, protractor, is it that I call it? To push it, but it did not work for this. So I was being very careful here. The best thing to do is to go in small sections and circles, as you saw me doing there, until you go all the way around. And I repeated the same thing with the other pill bottle. When I was doing the second one though, it kind of cracked, which made me have to cut a little bit lower, but it turned out a lot better. So here I am showing you properly how is the best way to do it, and the safest way is to just put the pill bottle just at the very tip of that blade and then keep circling it around once it cuts the sections, and try to keep your pill bottle flat against that bar on the right hand side so everything stays level. And when you're done cutting, your cut is pretty straight, and all you have to do is just sand off the edges. And here you see exactly what I mean, how I cracked it. So I cut below that crack, and then I cut the other one as short as this one as well. Now I'm going to position this, actually here I'm showing you how to fix any areas that you have that were a little bit higher than the other sides, like if it was a little uneven. Here I'm showing you how you're able to shave off those uneven edges and make sure that everything ends up nice and leveled. Then I attach the piece on this side. Another issue with this table saw is that when you're using one attachment, the blade continues to rotate. And also there is a handheld piece there on the left-hand side that rotates at the same time. So everything is rotating at the same time. I would like to be able to isolate each one of these, but you can't. Here I'm using this attachment with a sander at the end, and I'm just sanding off the opening of the pieces that I cut, so it will be ready for the next step. This is what it was looking like when I was done. I had some of the glue here on the tin, so I'm taking some glue off and a wipe, and I'm just removing any of that leftover glue residue that the sticker from the cat food left behind. And I repeated the same thing with the other one as well. The goof off has an oily residue behind it, so I took some alcohol and a clean wipe, and I wiped everything down to remove that leftover residue as well. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. I love to know how far my videos are reaching. And share, because sharing is caring and it helps my channel grow. Thank you. Next, I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to take some Titebond Quick and Thick and put it in the bottom section of the pill bottle and add it to the middle section at the bottom of my cat food tin. And I'm going to repeat the same process with the other side as well. I did have a little bit of leakage on the ends. I just took a little baby wipe and then wiped off the excess glue and let it sit overnight. Once it was dry, I took it outside and gave it 2 coats with this gold spray paint from Rust-Oleum. I did it about 3 coats. And this is what they were looking like. Now we are going to embellish this a little further using some of these gems from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the diamond ones. I'm going to place a strip right here in the top section of the pill bottle. I'm going to be very careful to make sure that it's nice and straight. And I'm using the edge of the pill bottle and the edge of the top of the diamond to guide me through. And I went all the way around, but I was about too short. So I'm cutting two off of another strip, and we are going to just go ahead and fit it in there. I kind of had to nestle it together, then squeeze them kind of together, and then press them down to hold them in place. Then I took another strip. I did the same thing with the other side. Then I'm going to take another strip here, and we're going to place it at the base of the pill bottle. In this case, I'm using the bottom of the can as a guide, and I'm just gluing them all the way around. I was also short two here in the bottom. I just cut two from there and placed it right there in the same manner that I did the top. Just kind of just put it snug next to one of them here, then push those two together and then press it down in place. And I repeated that with the other side. Then I took about an inch slice of pool noodle and I just sliced all the edges as you see there, so it will fit this candle from the Dollar Tree. Then I took that piece and just put it inside of the pill bottle, left it there, the opening, then place that candle right in there, then push everything down, and that holds that candle erect right in there. Now we're going to use our remote the candles came with. And that is it for this one. Let me know what you think. For this project, we'll be using 7 pill bottles, no covers. You're going to remove the covers off of each one of these. And we're going to use that glass dish that we have there on the side from the Dollar Tree. Next, I took my little snips there and I'm snipping off all of those little safety device areas there on each one of the pill bottles. So they are off, and I did it with all of them. We're going to throw those pieces off. I'm not going to use them. Now we're going to come back with a little dish that we had from the Dollar Tree. We're going to remove the tag from the back, and then we are going to arrange the pill bottles at the center of this. I'm going to start by positioning one right there at the center and then arrange the rest of them all around. I'm going to go ahead and take some Titebond, quick and thick, to glue that one right in place. That's going to be the anchor for the rest of them. Then I continued to do this until I had them all arranged. I did not do a dry fit here, but I didn't because Titebond Quick and Thick is very forgiving. You can wipe it off easily, and it takes 15 minutes for it to actually set. So here I did the first two, I glued them down, and then here I'm just making sure that everything fits properly. Just because it's glass, I don't want to make the glass cloudy. So once I knew exactly how I wanted them, and that's the perfect placement right there, I came back in with my Titebond Quick and Thick, and I added a generous amount of it to the bottom of each one of these pill bottles until they were all adhered exactly in the place in which I had envisioned to put them. My friend, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, hit that bell so you're notified each time I upload a new video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me, and go ahead and hype up the video as well. Thank you so much. Once the glue was nicely set, we're going to take this outside and give it 2 coats with this Rust-Oleum Gold spray paint. Look how beautiful that's looking. Don't you love it? It is stunning. You can just leave it like this and use it for some pencil as a pencil holder or makeup brush holder. But we are going to use it this time as a floral arrangement. We're going to put some flowers in it. Then I decided, you know what? I want to cover the little, the threads from the pill bottle. So I added a little bit of hot glue just in one tiny section of the pill bottle thread, and then added the edge of this velvet ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I did that every time I hit one of the threads on each one of the bottles all the way around. I didn't, wrap it individually. I just did it that way, and this is what it looked like. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this project. I absolutely love it. You can even do it without the ribbon. It looks perfect. This one is functional and is fun. I'm going to take this pill bottle and I'm going to take a very small drill bit and drill a tiny hole right at the center. I'm being very careful not to drill onto my table. Don't worry. Once I got there, I'm just going to go ahead and just do it a couple times here and clean off any plastic that kind of just laid around. I took it outside and gave it 2 coats with this gold Rust-Oleum paint. This is what it looked like. Once it was nicely dried, I made sure not to put any in the inside. So now I'm going to take this little needle or diamond kit from the Dollar Tree. I got it because I wanted to use the little keychain thingamajigga that it has inside for this project. You're going to put that to the side. I may do it later on. I don't know. I don't know what I will do with a slice of pizza. But anyway, let's get to the project here. Here I'm trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to do this? So I decided to take some of this floral wire from the Dollar Tree. It's so rusty, but it's fine. We're not going to see it, so it's fine. I threaded the wire through the first little loop in the chain links here of the keychain thing. Then I kind of like just made both wires be together by just twisting them and then fed them through that hole that we did at the top of the pill bottle. Then here I thought, let me just open it up and then I'm going to put something in there. Then I said, you know what? No, let's go ahead and keep it twisted together. And instead, I'm going to just do like a little circle all around that opening. But I'm making sure well, here you can see how I am tightening it up, kind of like just twisting them together so it becomes one again. Then I'm making sure that that wire is completely into the inside of that cover. So that way you cannot really see that wire. All you see is the first loop of the keychain device. Then here I'm just wrapping it on itself and put it flat against that pill bottle, and that kept everything in place. I was going to put a little bit of hot glue, then I decided against it. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and you can leave it like this and it's perfect. But I'm going to go the extra mile as always. So I'm going to take some of these gems that I got from the Dollar Tree and we are going to bling this up. I decided to put some right here in the middle section of the pill bottle cover. I had a space in between there. I just cut 2 little gems. So actually I had 2 left over from a different project right there. And I fit those right there between the 2 and they fit perfect. Then I was like, oh, that looks cute like this. But I'm like, let's add a little more. So I decided to add some right here to the bottom. I'm going to take another strip here. I'm deciding, do I want it long ways? And I decided, you know what? No. Let's go ahead and just put it right here on the bottom in case I want to add something to the middle later on. And I'm going to put it right here using the edge of the pill bottle as my guide. And I wrapped it all the way around. And I had a tiny little piece there left for just 1 gem. So I just cut off a gem from one of the other pieces there and fit it right in there, and it was perfect. And this little keychain is so functional. You can use it for so many things, not just pills. You can use your vitamins here. I'm showing you how I'm putting some prenatal vitamins, and no, I'm not pregnant. My boss swears by these for nail and hair, so I'm trying them. That's why I have them. And we can just go ahead and reposition it and it's still safe. You can also take some change. Full disclaimer, quarters will not fit in this size, but if you use a bigger pill bottle, you can fit all kinds of coins in there as well and keep it together with your keys and you have everything in one place. You can put bills as well. I'm going to do $1. I'm broke right now. So that's what we're going to put it right here. We're going to put the cover back on. And look at that. You can do that. Or if you have a backup headphones. I know most people use wireless right now. I always try to keep a pair of wired ones just in case I run out of batteries on my wireless ones. And these fit perfectly on here. This fit, like my friend Wendy from White Spiral Living says, snug like a bug in a rug. All right, and we can also use it for some lip gloss, needles, whatever you need, whenever you need it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, here are a couple more videos you are sure to enjoy. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're amazing. Bye.